Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Eric Oren.
Happy Friday, Central Oregon. Make sure to loosen that tie just a little bit. It is Loosen Your Tie Friday, so if you need an excuse to cut loose, that was me giving it to you. As of right now, here's a look at Pilot Butte from Aubrey Butte. Not a lot to see. Sun coming up at 7:45. You can see a very sleepy morning here, but it does tell us temperatures around 45 degrees and wind out of the south around 3 miles an hour. It's going to be in the 5 to 10 mile an hour range today, so you're probably not going to feel it too much. Nothing too impressive. A look at your workday forecast for you in case you're headed into work today. In Bend, high of 62 degrees. Around 8 a.m., we're in the 40s. By lunchtime, into the 60s, so a fairly warm day. The mid-morning is going to warm up pretty quickly, and then by the time you're headed home, should be just below 60 degrees. And we don't expect to see any precipitation significantly in the forecast until probably after sunset, which is going to be happening around 5:52 p.m. And overnight into tomorrow, we'll expect to see some of that, and also some increased wind speeds. Now, some weather headlines for you. Mild temperatures today were well above our seasonal averages, and we're going to stay that way tomorrow, but things will start to cool off as we reach the weekend and early next week. We are mostly dry today. As I mentioned, we're going to see potential for some precipitation coming later today into tomorrow, and there is a rainy pattern ahead. Rain will come and go over the next several days, and we definitely see some next week as well when those temperatures start cooling off. So keep it in mind if you are thinking of getting your umbrellas ready. Now, here is the satellite and radar of the Pacific Northwest. You can see here we're sort of between weather systems as of right now. Not a whole lot of precipitation really to speak of, just a little bit lingering in the northwest portion of the state, but we're really going to be fairly mild and dry today. Let's look at that futurecast, shall we? By Friday this evening, you can see that's when it's after sunset like we talked about. We do see a little bit of precipitation coming into the area, fairly light, but definitely something to speak of. And then by tomorrow, that's where we expect to see a little heavier swath of moisture, and we do expect this round of precipitation to be slightly more robust than the one we saw earlier this week, but still not expecting too much rainfall, somewhere between 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch here locally. And then on Saturday, it's going to dry out a little bit after that front moves through. You can see still a little bit of activity making its way in the southern parts of Deschutes County, but really we're going to stay fairly dry once that front moves through, and then we'll see some more activity next week. Now, winds as of right now are calm. We're looking at the 5 mile an hour range at our max at the moment, and winds are out of the south today. They're going to go between 5 to 10 miles an hour at their max. So again, not too noticeable for you today, and similar to the pattern that we've seen over the last couple of days wind-wise. Now, it is important to speak, though, of a wind advisory that's currently in place until around 11 p.m. on Saturday in Lake and Klamath counties. Overnight and into tomorrow, we do expect to see wind conditions picking up pretty significantly as a result of those weather systems, so keep that in mind. Temperature right now in the 30s and 40s, fairly warm here this morning on the high desert. 41 degrees currently in Redmond, 45 currently in Bend. We'll take a quick look here at our forecast highs for the day. Fairly warm as well, up into the middle 60s as we take a quick look here at your 7-day forecast, give you an idea what's coming your way. Smiley's riding a bike today. Not sure how he's doing that without hands or arms, but he is enjoying the little break from rain, and we do see some of that coming our way tomorrow, and of course on into the early part of next week where temperatures start to cool down just a little bit, including our overnight lows. That's been a quick look at your local alert weather forecast. I'm Eric Oren.